If you're feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, and you just don't know where to start with your fitness journey, you are not alone, okay? Hey lovelies, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, if this is your first time seeing this beautiful face, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Kristin, and in today's video I'm going to be walking you through the steps that I followed to lose over 50 pounds so far, okay? And the best part is that it's simple, it's realistic, and it's absolutely doable for you. I didn't start with a personal trainer or even a fancy gym of sorts. Like, I literally started with honesty, structure, and commitment, okay? So I recommend you grab a notebook, take some notes, because this could genuinely be the beginning of something life-changing for you. Let's dive right in. Step 1, know your starting point, okay? Before anything else, first thing in the morning, get up and stand on the scale. Weigh yourself. Where are you currently, okay? If you don't already know your height, measure your height as well. And then the third thing I want you to do in step 1 is to put those two pieces of data into a BMI calculator. Okay, I know a lot of people don't recommend BMI, okay, especially for people of color, but I use this kind of as a guide to know where I fell, okay? When I started the journey, I found myself in the obese range, okay? So BMI will tell you if you are underweight, normal, overweight, or obese. I was in the extreme, which was obese, because I started out at 120 kgs. And then right now I'm currently slightly in the overweight section, but just about to get into the normal too, okay? So use the BMI as a gauge. Okay, where do I actually fall on this scale? Am I really far off from where I'm supposed to be? Then maybe definitely the weight journey is for you, okay? The weight loss journey is for you, sorry. I used my BMI to determine what was a healthy weight range for my height. And this was how I pretty much went ahead to choose what my goal weight would be. So it wasn't necessarily about a size or about a number on the scale or about, you know, something I saw on Instagram. It was more about choosing a realistic and healthy weight that would be achievable for my body. Step 2, calculate your BMR and set a deficit that works for you. So the next thing you want to do here is calculate your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate, which is essentially how many calories your body burns at rest. So without doing anything, if you just woke up, ate, slept, did nothing, how many calories are you burning at rest throughout the course of the day, okay? Once you know your BMR, you then want to use that data to go ahead and calculate your TDEE, which is your total daily energy expenditure, which essentially is how much you burn daily with your usual activity level. So if you've got like a job that's a desk job and you don't really move around a lot and you work for like maybe 17 out of 24 hours sitting in a desk, means that you're not doing as much as someone that has the opportunity to potentially go to the gym, potentially go for walks. So knowing your activity levels, because that adds to the calories burnt, or, you know, the calories that you're burning basically, which is the next step from BMR. So once you know that TDEE number, that's essentially the amount of calories you would need to continue to consume every day if you wanted to remain your current weight, okay? But we want to cut, we want to lose weight, right? So we need to be in a deficit. Now, most people recommend reducing that number by 500 to 700 calories and then just consuming that daily. If you want to kind of see like gradual progress, that is highly recommended. But I'll be honest, I started with about a 2,000 calorie deficit. So my TDEE when I started was something around 3,200 calories a day. So that's how much I should have been consuming if I wanted to remain 120 kgs. And I cut it down by 2,000 calories and I started to consume only 1,200 calories a day. Why? Because I was pretty much addicted to carbs, guys. Like, I was snacking all the time. I was never full on anything. Like, any chance I got, I would be eating. I was constantly thinking of what I was gonna eat next. There was so much food noise and I just really needed to detoxify myself from that addiction. addiction. So I cut it down completely to a point where I couldn't give myself room to consume anything more than I was meant to on a daily. So I went straight to OMAD, which is 1 meal a day, in order to just reset my body and essentially break that addiction. It's not a long-term fix, but it was something that really helped me just detoxify for those 75 days that I did that for. So with doing that, I drank loads of water, 2 to 3 liters a day. I was eating clean. I just avoided processed foods throughout that process and just really focused on giving my body the space to heal. Step 3, set a goal that makes sense. Now, with my BMI in mind, I chose a goal weight that was bang on in the middle of my normal weight range on the BMI scale for my height. I didn't aim for perfection. I just aimed for progress and consistency. And so with that, I also set smaller milestones. So for every, 5 kg that I lost, it was a big win for me, okay? So I even had this reward system that I set up on TikTok that for every 5 kg that I lost, I was going to get something new for myself, whether it was going to be gym gear or, a new water bottle or a new fancy scale. Something that kind of contributed to the progress of the process and just really kept me going. It was nice to celebrate my small wins. Step 4, get moving. I said this at the start of this video. You do not need a fancy gym membership or a personal trainer. You literally just need to start, okay? I began with something that literally anyone can do, okay? 12,000 steps a day was my goal. It didn't really matter how I got it. That was my goal. And I didn't just randomly shoot for 12,000, okay? On a regular, before I started the journey, I would do like 8,000 to 10,000 steps daily without even trying, just based on my lifestyle at the time, right? So 10K was already achievable, so it wasn't really gonna push me to do more. So that's why I set 12K. So for example, if you're currently already on your watch doing about 2K steps a day, I recommend increasing that, shooting for like 5K steps a day, okay? That's something that's gonna take you out of your comfort zone and feel like you're actually working out. With time, I added resistance band trainings and then body weight strength trainings and a few other, different kinds of like workout videos that I would do on YouTube at home. And then obviously got a gym membership, but even in the gym, I would just do like workout classes or walk on the treadmill or do the Stairmaster. With the Stairmaster, I started with 5 minutes and then I worked my way up to 10 minutes and then 20. And then at some point I was at 45 minutes, I'm currently at like 50 minutes on the Stairmaster and you just keep going, right? The key is consistency. Go every single day. Consistency is the key, okay? Find something that you actually enjoy and just kind of stick with it. So it could be dancing around your living room for 30 minutes to an hour every day, or even just going on long walks with, listening to podcasts. The amount of times I would go for a walk on my lunch break and just listen to I Said What I Said, just basically do it daily. As a rule of thumb, move daily, okay? When I hear people tell me, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna go 3 days a week, 2 days a week or whatever, and that's all the exercise that they do, I don't think that's sustainable. I don't think you're going to see much progress doing that. What I'd say is do strength training 3 days a week, right? Even when I started, I was strength training twice a week, okay? When I started going to the gym. But when I officially started, I was doing walking workouts. I do a lot of Grow with Joe on YouTube. She has 1 hour videos and I would just do that first thing in the morning to just kind of knock it out the park. And it made achieving my 12,000 steps so attainable every day. So move daily, hit the 12K daily. Whatever your step goal is, make sure you achieve it daily. Step 5, track more than just the scale, okay? Some weeks I didn't even lose a single pound or kg or whatever, but I would notice that my clothes, were very loose or my skin was a lot clearer, and like my mood was up, you know. So don't just focus on the scale. Some things that you can do to track progress off the scale would be take progress photos. So take a picture when you start, take a picture every week or every day if you want to, if you have the time to take a picture every day. Take a tape measure and measure the main things: your bust, your waist, your hips. You can also measure like how you're feeling mentally and physically. Another fun thing that actually was interesting to measure was how much pain I was at my time of the month during my period. Like the pain just gradually kept decreasing, and my period got less heavy with every month that came as I carried on the weight loss. And now my periods come with minimal cramping. And I kid you not, when I started this journey, like I used to have huge, massive cramps with, you know, excessive heavy bleeding. Like I used to use those thick pads to try and manage the situation. But right now, like I can be on my period and go to parties and not even really feel pain and not have to change my pads as often. So those are the little things that I'd say you can use to track progress, not just the scale. The scale is good. So with the scale, I would say weigh yourself once every week. Don't do in-betweens because you'll get addicted to it. Just do the same day every week. And then if you want to track other progress, just follow the other ways that I told you. Step 6, your mindset matters, okay? Let's talk about mindset, because motivation actually fades. Like when you start the journey, you're like so pumped, you're so motivated, but what's actually going to keep you going is your mindset, and you really need a mindset shift on this journey. Like there were days I felt rubbish. Like there were days I just didn't really want to get up and work out, or like I was in so much bodily pain from the day before's activities. But then I just had to remind myself it's not a quick fix we're looking for here. We're looking for consistency and we're looking for sustenance. Like I needed to remind myself that I was doing this to feel alive again in my body and not have all those bodily pains that I would constantly have just because I was carrying too much weight. I did it because I just wanted to revive my body. So remind yourself what your why is. You should always have a why when you go into this. A quick fix is never going to last. If you want something that's going to last, you need to have a valuable why. Like you're going to have off days, just don't quit, okay? Like pivot is the word I would say. Adjust. Okay, so maybe if you were meant to strength train today, but you're not really feeling up to it, go for a walk. Do a low impact workout instead. You know, just don't stop. Discipline will carry you where motivation will not. I will say it again. Discipline will carry you to where motivation will not. Okay, so just stay disciplined, stay consistent, shift that mindset, correct yourself every day, and you will get there. Because that's pretty much what got me through the plateaus, the cravings, and just like the moments when I wanted to give up. It wasn't easy, but discipline over motivation any day. You don't need motivation. You need motivation to get up and start. You need discipline to finish. Here's a bonus for you guys. I'm currently working on a proper fitness journey starter guide for beginners, and it's based on everything that I've done to lose over 50 pounds. So it will include things like goal setting pages, calorie tracking tools, workout logs, progress templates, and a full mindset tracker too. So if you want first access to it when it drops, come find me over on Instagram. My handle is at kristinudoh. I'll be sharing all the behind the scenes, early launch info, and maybe I'll even give some downloads for free before it goes live. So don't forget to follow me for more information about that. My love, if you made it to the end of this video, I just want to say, I believe in you. This journey is hard, but it is definitely so worth it. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. Let me know in the comments, what's your day one goal? Okay, like I said, start small. Hit the subscribe button for more fitness and mindset tips. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram to get more information about the guide for when it drops. You've got this. I'm cheering you on. Let's go, guys. I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
wanna say, Lord, I'm grateful. Lord, I'm thankful for everything that you have done. It's a beautiful day. I've come to say, Lord, I'm grateful. Lord, I'm thankful for everything that you have done. It's a beautiful day.